Welcome to the week in review from the 1st to the 6th of December 2025. I've got a lot on today. It is before class on Saturday, and I want to see if I can single shot this. I will edit it, obviously. Let's see how we go. Monday, Daz's lifting technique has improved heaps. Daz's lifting keeps improving. It's very impressive. I'm very happy with watching Daz work out. It is a pleasure. Rosie smashing the workout as RX with some of the fastest running ever. Great job, Rosie. We expect nothing less from you. But if you have a bad day, that's okay. Tuesday, the entire 525 class of 8 people all doing RX rope climbs was really cool, including Pete, who is in his 70s. That is very cool. It is always impressive when I turn from a coach to a cheerleader because everyone's just so skilled at what we do. That's always a fun day. Wednesday, Joel persisted on his press that he failed, came back and made the lift with a bit of determination. Good job, Joel. Way to lead from the front. Then also, Georgie and Jackie's dedication to training is very inspiring. I agree. My family rocks. Thursday, to the 415 team for working out at the hottest time of the day. Well done to those legends. Good work. It is always fun to do workouts in the heat, in my opinion, as long as you drink tons of water. Then Friday, couple shout outs. Big lifts on Friday. Everyone was throwing around some big heavy deadlifts. Seems to be a popular thing for you guys. Specifically, I want to shout out to Jordan, who hit a 71 kilo snatch and a 177.5 kilo deadlift, which is very impressive. And then Benny Caramelli in the Ollie class also did something very impressive where he back squatted 182.5 kilos as well for a new PR, even though it's not PR day. There were heaps of cool things going on in the Ollie class. Both Abby and Max PR'd their snatch. Taylor hit 70 kilo back squat. All very hard to narrow down to just one, but Ben had a great reaction and the team really supported him, so that was our bright spot. But Saturday class hasn't happened this week, so before I'm filming this, we have some community bright spots, one from Lara, one from Dave. On the analog community bright spot from Lara, Dive always keeping me accountable even though I'm actually cursing her in my head. That's funny. And then from Dave, shout out to my hero squad, Lara, M, Holly and Courtney. If I can get even as half as fit as these four, my life will not have been wasted. Dave. That's cute. And then on the interwebs, I put up a post on the Fitness Alley. And I put a shout out to Harry Adamson for always giving me a cuddle while not sweaty. I appreciate that. And then Kathy said he enjoys them. She enjoys them even while sweaty. And then Ez said to Tani for her snatch work yesterday, especially that she wasn't feeling it, but stepped up to the bar and got 3 lifts done she didn't think she was going to make. Well done, Tani Tan. Wonderful. We have a few events to talk about coming up. Currently today, but this won't be put out today, so Saturday, both Serena and Tamara and then also Tom are competing up in a smaller sanctioned competition in Hawthorne, so best wishes to them. Unfortunately, I won't make it up today, but they don't need me. They're fully capable without me, and I encourage them to have a lot of fun, meet lots of new people, and really enjoy the experience. Don't take it too seriously. It is just sport after all. It's not like you're winning. I'm pretty sure you pay to be there, so really all those people work for you, in my opinion. Good luck to those guys. We'll be very proud no matter what happens, and we'll see you in the gym. Look forward to seeing on the Instagrams and social medias what is happening. Then coming up next weekend, we have Mandy's track day, where she's going to run us through some drills and skills on how to run much better and much more efficiently and faster. If you find running difficult, it's probably because you're technically poor at it. So it's always a good idea to learn to run better. Mandy being one of the nicest people out there, she is very kind and will help you with your running. So get on board, bring your friends, costs no money, which is amazing. So thank you, Mandy. Following weekend after that will be the 20th, where we have our little adventure down at Queen's Park. Probably a couple hours just running around, looking at maps, doing fun things, very similar to last year, starting from 9 o'clock. And then we'll perhaps throw in a little barbecue or celebration afterwards as our sort of Christmas party. Obviously, you might not know this, but I don't drink at all. So I'm not a big partier person. If you are looking for a Christmas party that really gets after that, but that's what we're going to do. have a bit of fun out and about, express some things, ride around with the kids, all the things welcome. I will make sure, I said it last week, but I didn't do it, but I'll make sure we get something out with full details so you guys can organise your lives around that. Then immediately that following week, we'll have our Christmas calendar holiday period, where we're just going to have a little bit more limited classes for that time because most people are away. The gym's fairly quiet that time of year. I'll pop the Christmas calendar up right here and you can have a look at it. I think I might have put it one wrong in on the Christmas calendar, because as that Christmas calendar comes to an end on the 3rd and 4th of January, that's when the Hells Bells comp is, and all our coaches are up at the Hells Bells comp. So we'll be closed that day for that weekend, straight after New Year's, but then come that Monday, we'll be back into regular scheduled programming and class structure, so don't stress there. Come down to Hells Bells and support the crew. We've got a few teams in there, should be a ton of fun. Goes for 2 days, so you don't have to come down and hang out all day. You can just come down and visit, say hello, and then watch some people work out and then head off. So it would be a great time to ignite your fitness journey for the beginning of the year. Then moving ahead to January 26th, we have Murf on Australia Day. Should be a ton of fun to do on that day. Every year we make that a tradition to do it on Australia Day. This year will be no different. And I also encourage you to start wording up your friends saying, hey, you should come do this really cool workout with us. Really iconic first workouts. So if someone was to start their journey doing CrossFit, which we all know is the best fitness modality, everyone else just copies, then doing Murf first up is a really good benchmark for them, so they can, because it's very achievable for someone who's kind of fit. Obviously we can scale, but if they think they're fit, then you can make them do Murf and all of a sudden they get absolutely crushed. So that should be tons of fun. So 26th January, Murf, get after it, big session. Beyond that, we'll have the open, and I've got a couple other things in planning, but they're all super just written down on paper and nothing's going on yet, so we'll worry about that later. Our next phase of programming or testing week has just dialed up this week, and I am very impressed with how strong everybody is. I am both proud of my programming, but then proud of the fact that you guys came and did it regularly. So that's very humbling and honored for me to see all the progress for you guys. And I already know, we already know, because we see you move all the time, how strong you are a lot of the time, but it's really nice for you guys to see that come to fruition. And then our fitness is going to jump up too, because this test phase is a bit more of a strength bias. Super excited though to see the next phase of training coming up. We have lots of stuff to do every week. I just wrote up basically the whole summer the other day. We've got open workouts each week. We got hero workouts. We have some strength, stamina, conditioning kind of stuff. You'll see it on Monday. Monday's classes is the format we're going to play with. We have 3 different strength days we're going to rotate throughout summer. We have the 12 days of Christmas workout on New Year's Eve, if you wanted to know about that. And so there's lots of things happening in the class, lots of structure changing. And I encourage you to do 2 things when we're going into this next phase of training. Thing number 1, this one probably is most important, is make sure you put in your data into Fitbox. A lot of the things we're going to do are repeated. So we'll do a strength session and then we're going to do the exact same strength session, 2 weeks later or 10 days later. And so if you're just kind of guessing in the wind about what you're doing, then it's not going to be as useful. So hold yourself accountable. I know why people don't do it. It's because they don't have to hold themselves accountable. So hold yourself accountable. I will encourage my coaches to do it for you if you don't, but I don't want them to have that responsibility. I want you to have that responsibility, because then you're the one holding yourself responsible. You know how it is. Wait for the train. The other thing I encourage is that with these strength sessions, there is 43 minutes of work in these strength sessions, all timed, which leaves 17 minutes of warming up and getting everything ready. So again, I've told the coaches, Tommy and Serena and Ray, that if we can get as much of that done prior to the class, like have everything out ready to go, that's going to be as big benefit to running the class. But then also the responsibility falls a little bit on you guys to be on time and ready to go. So rocking up a minute late and then going to sit in the bathroom for 10 minutes, you're going to miss 95% of the warm-up, and then you're going to risk getting hurt. So that's not ideal. The gym's always open 15 minutes before class. You can always come in, be ready to go. So please do that as best to your ability. I know a lot of us sometimes have lives and are late. That's totally fine, like we finish work. But also I know a lot of us just don't prioritize getting here on time, which, I mean, we don't mind. It's just higher risk of injury and less returns for you. So anyway, that's just is what it is. So I encourage you to be here on time, and I encourage you to log in all your data into Fitbox as well. Additionally onto that, Ollie class is coming into their final deload or taper week before test week in the final week, which will be tons of fun. Everyone's already PRing everything, so I'm excited to see what happens after their little taper and a strong finish with a low intensity work. Should be fantastic. And then we'll have a look at our numbers and see what we need to do for the next phase of training. Again, I generally try and make training phases around peaking about some competition we can do with Ollie class. So we'll have a look at the calendar and see what we can come up with. Then additionally, gymnastics class is doing handstands until the end of the year, and then we'll have a look at something else, maybe the press handstand, because Serena has been making a press handstand video. No one made it to last week's video press handstand thing, of course, so no one's probably here at the moment. So I'm just talking to an empty camera, but I digress. I'm sure my sister will watch because she always does. Speaking of which, congratulations to Rupert, who made a new stop motion video. I will play it now, forever immortalized on the internet. And then finally, if you were interested in dialing in some healthy habits or just being accountable to some, then my little habit tracking group is actually having a bit of fun. It's completely non-serious. We run it through this app called Habit something or other. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, if you're keen, just text me the word habit. I'll send it to you and we can hook you up. It is super informal. I find very useful to keep me track of just the absolute baselines of what I need to do. And then as I've been doing it for a little while, of progressing and just adding, one or two things at a time. So I find the things that work well are solid and keen. So get under that if you're keen for something that's entertaining and a bit of gamified habit tracking where you can attack what you need to do. And yeah, should be a ton of fun. And there we go. That's our week in review. I already know that I'm going to edit it a little bit because of a few ums and ahs, but that's okay. It is what it is. It is Saturday. Again, best wishes to Tommy and Serena on their competition today. I appreciate you guys, and I am very proud of you. Good luck. Out.